Morning, students. Welcome to Personality Development Session 4. In our first session, you have learned the basics of life. That is, importance of mother, father, guru, nature. You have learned. In our second session, you have learned about the importance of routine and a baseline for life. In our third session, how to execute the morning routine and how to envision every moment with a global focus, with a global outlook. And today, let us learn about the art of self-management. So, how to build self-management skills. So, before that, let us understand what is this self-management. What is this? The basic definition is how effectively you manage your emotions, you manage your actions, you manage your thoughts, you manage your behavioral patterns. That is what is about the self-management. But definitely, we don't have any clue about self-management or self-awareness and how it plays a crucial role in our academic growth. Let us move on. So, if you cultivate this strong self-management skills, what is the outcome? The outcome is you will be well programmed. You maintain a proper self-discipline. You take proper self-care. And you pay attention and you will be very conscious of every single action. And naturally, you attain a state of working independently without being dependent. Today, this is the situation of the world. There is an economic storm. The economic clouds are threatening the whole world. You can see, so it's bleeding. The eyes are bleeding. Everything is in chaotic order. Now, the globe is in fire. It is a blazing fire everywhere. And no one is an exception. That is the situation facing. In the situation of odds, in the situation of world crisis, world health crisis, financial crisis, how to have our place, how to become stable, that's pretty questionable. Hope you should be deeply convinced. What type of emotional turbulence, financial turbulence, every continent is facing, every country is facing, every state is facing, every society is facing, every family is facing, every father is facing. Try to understand, students. Pretty important. If you are not deeply connected to the happenings of the world, what is happening in and around the world, so our life has no meaning, no sense. This is the situation of your dear ones or beloved ones or your dependents. Heavy debts and no hope. We have to live with false hopes. Our happiness is depleted. And mentally, we are scorching and a lot of, burden you have to carry on the shoulders. This is the situation of every family and every father and mother. And what is your contribution in this crisis situation? You want to become an additional burden or you want to offer yourself as a solution? Think of. How to prepare for your future? We are talking of self-management. What is this self-management is all about? Self-management is something, it's a holistic development. Holistic means mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, socially, globally, environmentally. in all aspects, all spheres, you have to balance and you have to develop. That's what is all about the holistic education or holistic development. That is what is all about the self-management. It's not managing one sphere of life. You have to well manage all spheres of life. That's pretty important. Yeah, you may doing good at one thing, but that's not good enough. Yeah, let's now move forward. Yeah, today the children have two types of challenges. The children are facing, or students or aspirants are facing, two types of challenges. One is the internal challenge, the one is the external challenge. What is this? This is the layers of skin you have. Yeah, physically you have different layers of skin. Similarly, you have different layers of ignorance, very thick layers of 10 mm thickness. You are covered. Your intelligence is covered. Your intelligence is rusted. That is the situation. That means you are covered in many, many, many ways without understanding the reality. Yeah. Now, well, and there is a struggle. I told you two types of struggles: inner battle and external battle. So what is this inner battle? You are struggling with your mind and senses, and your senses are pushing. How they are pushing? To stick yourself to the idiot box, that is television. Yeah, your eyes are gluing to the idiot box. That is how. Yeah, your senses are pushing, and your ears wants to listen all unpleasant and unwanted, abominable things. Yeah, and tongue, yeah, it swallows and it speaks. Yeah, it's like a chatterbox. So you are sensuous and you are struggling with your five senses and your mind. That's what is your internal problem. You have your attachments to the most insignificant things in this world. Like the small children, they're attached to the most insignificant things. And you are also belongs to the same bracket. Try to understand, students. Yeah. So that's what is the internal battle is all about. See, I told you already. My perception is every house, they're culturing a volcano. Because your heart is like I told you in the last session, it's a indoor jungle. In the jungle, wildlife will be there. You're culturing a lot of poisonous habits, venom. You are just oozing the venom all the time with your attributes, with your kind of discipline you are following. Yeah, try to understand, students. A volcano at every home. This is what you are culturing. And one day it gets erupted. That means, so definitely misery is you are inviting the misery. Your dependents are inviting the misery. Yeah. And now itself, sometimes it is disruptive. Yeah. Your poisonous qualities, your bad habits and ugly qualities are manifesting in different forms and erupting sometimes and causing a lot of agony and distress and mental suffering, emotional suffering to your beloved ones. Try to understand. Yeah, this is what is the inner battle. Now, a lot of internal combustion. Your heart is getting burned with a lot of attachments, unpleasant things. Yeah, you are pinpricked. Yeah, your heart is getting squeezed. Try to understand. Why? Because I told you already, you have the internal enemies. Your heart is a residing place for enemies. Jungle. Yeah. Well, this is what. So you are fuming all the time, so oozing poison and fuming negative emotions. Why? Because lack of self-management, lack of right culture. Yeah, try to understand. Well, so what are the external challenges? Now I talked about the internal challenges which are in your heart, and I told you already your heart is just so having different layers of ignorance. And what are the external challenges? Yeah, I conveyed already. You are attaching yourself to the idiot boxes, a lot of gadgets. You can see here the children are just attached to a lot of gadgets. Yeah, video games primarily. Yeah, and the net. So it's a ocean. You can drown in the ecstasy of the ocean, so-called ecstasy. Yeah, and so try to understand in how many ways you attach to the most insignificant sport. Every small thing you attached. Yeah, try to understand. But you are not attached to right things. Unfortunate thing. So what is the right thing? Every human is very much convinced the first 25 years of age is a bachelor life. In the bachelor life, definitely there will be almost 20 years of education. Well, I'll prove how it is 20 years of education. So LKG to 10th class is 12 years, and 11th and 12th to BTech is 6 years, so 18 years, and 18 years plus post-grad is 2 years, that is 20 years. If you don't do if you don't do doc and a postdoc, and if you do, and 25 years. So 25 years of education, or 20 years of education, or 20 to 25 years of education, you have principal responsibility, cardinal responsibility, the key responsibility, the prime responsibility. What is it? That is the academic responsibility. Are you prioritizing this academic responsibility, or you are making this responsibility as subservient to the other poisonous things which you have stated? Think of, ponder over it. Yeah. Next. Yeah. This is our situation. You are struggling with internal challenges and external challenges. You have your hippies, friends, you flock together and you freak away all the time. You'll be freaky. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. So, how to build yourself brick by brick. That's what is all about today's lecture. Yeah. And so, success starts with managing yourself. First of all, you should you should aware of what you are. Yeah. That's pretty important. Yeah. And it starts with self-control. Self-control. I don't understand. Yeah. You are stretching your senses in all sorts of ways. Yeah. If you have a food, do you have a control? If you have a sport, do you have a control? Yeah. So this is what you have to cultivate. There are two types of controls. One is sensual control, one is the self-control. Self-control means it's a mind control and senses control. You have 5 types of senses. And together, mind control and sensual control is called self-control. So, first you have to learn the art of controlling yourself. Yeah. What is it? You can see a beautiful lotus which is untouched by a muddy water, a blackish water you can see here in the slide. Yeah. It is visible. Irrespective of the circumstances, you can develop a positive framework for yourself, a positive mindset for yourself. Yeah. It's visible. The way it is unwet by the water. Well, so what is self-management? So these are some of the ingredients in the recipe of self-management. What are those? Self-awareness. Unfortunately, there is no awareness of what you are. Can you define in a white paper? Can you write brief about yourself, what you are and where? You have to scratch your head. That's the situation. Similarly, self-development. What is this self-development is all about? Yeah. How to develop yourself? It is physical development or inner development? Think of. Next, self-respect. First of all, when you abuse your mind and intelligence in all sorts of ways, you're abusing your intelligence by polluting it, contaminating it, prostituting it. How can you expect a self-respect? Do you really respect yourself? Your thoughts, your actions, your behavior, your culture, your traditions which you follow? Do you have the respect, self-respect? Think of. Yeah. Next, self-faith. Do you have faith on yourself that can you achieve anything? Can you be well organized? Think of. Well, self-accountability and self-responsibility. Is there any day that you are accountable? You are responsible? Are you shouldering the responsibility? Do you feel that you have a role in your family? Are you making any significant contribution? Think of. Well, so stress management. See, life means stress is inevitable. Different type of stresses will bombard you. But how to manage this? How to make it optimum? That's pretty important. Similarly, conflict management. Yeah. And no two children or no two people or no two humans are alike. Definitely, there will be a conflict. But how to manage the conflict in a professional way, with the professional attributes, with the professional behavior? That's pretty important. This is what you have to learn. And the crisis management and the failure management. We are bound to fail. Yes, if you write an examination to as you're basically a student, so academically you have to face examination almost for 20 years, and naturally you fail in examination, you will be short of what your expectations. But how you manage that failure? So whatever you contemplate, it won't happen. But how you manage that, that's pretty important. Yeah. Well, so the key is, so developing a positive culture, a positive framework is very, very important. What is it? It's pretty easy. You can see this swan. I like this example very much. This swan is called nothing but Rajahamsa. It's a special type of swans available in this planet. So these swans have a particular trait. So what is the trait? If you mix milk and water, and the water will be churned out, it takes only milk, it leaves the water. See the beauty of it. Similarly, wherever you are, for example, you are at home, just absorb the positive. See, in a human, there is a composition, 90% good, 10% bad. If 100% it is good, he'll be a divine. He can't be existing in this planet. Try to understand. So sometimes 50-50. The composition will vary from person to person, individual to individual. Try to understand. Yeah. So when you're at house, even the siblings itself, you can't expect the perfection. Yeah. And parents also, you can't expect the perfection. And what to speak of relatives and friends and the society and strangers. Definitely. You can't expect it. But just absorb the positive things and go to the higher platform. That's the key. Absorb positive and spread positive. That's the only principle you have to follow. Yeah. So how to absorb all the time positive things? For example, if bank manager comes to your home, who is your relative? You can ask your uncle, what are the different transactions? What are the different loans available? So like that, you can basically extract something positive. Any something from somebody from farming, like agriculture comes, you can ask, so what are the different type of seasonal seeds you grow? And you can ask about the farming technologies and other things, farming output and all these things. For example, if somebody, a software professional comes who is an uncle or a relative or someone else, so you can ask what are the trending technologies, what are the emerging technologies. So how to tune ourselves to the present global needs. You can ask, you can inquire. What is the positiveness? How to take the positiveness? That's very important. So you have to feed your heart all the time. Positive, positive, positive. And starve the negative things. Starve it. Don't give anything negative. Don't give negative feeding. Starve the bad part of it. And so feed the good part of it. That's pretty important. Now, well, students, what is the difference between vision, target, and a goal? It's pretty simple. See, every small targets are small targets, and they are focused towards the goal. And goal is directed towards mapped towards the vision. You can see I have written there, targets and goals are mapping to a bigger vision. So that's the difference between the target, goal, and vision. And many are confused about these basic things. Yeah. In the last class, I conveyed to you, I used a word, you have to investigate the world with a global outlook and a global vision with a global focus. Don't forget it. Every second, you should be connected that way to be highly competent in the global platform, mind you, students. Yeah. So, whenever there is a mission, vision, and always there will be a mission associated with it. And to execute the mission, you have to execute with the proper values. Yeah, that's what is self-management comes here. Without managing yourself, without a proper structure, so you can't execute your mission to basically realize your vision. Yeah. Next, focus on priorities. Beautiful subject. So, generally, what is your priority? Their priority is academic management. But unfortunately, so we are not. So let us see this beautiful activity management principle. So many talk volumes about time management. But students, time can never be managed. Under the purview of time, activities will be managed. So let us see. So here you have activity management. So urgent, you can see here important. One second, I'll take a color pen. So you have important here, the first quadrant. First quadrant is important and urgent. And what is the second quadrant? Important and not urgent. So I am writing here important and not urgent, right? And what is the third quadrant? Third quadrant is urgent and not important. And what is the fourth quadrant? Fourth quadrant is not important. So let us see. Let us wipe it off. Some mistake. So let us take the color. So not important and not urgent. So if you understand this, you understand how to prioritize your life. Yeah. Let us look at the fourth quadrant. This is the fourth quadrant. So in the fourth quadrant, if you observe, this is the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, what you have? Not important and not urgent. So generally the students, they involve in the activities which are neither urgent nor important. These type of students are called hippies, gone cases. They never come up in life because they always engage in the activities which are useless and unimportant and not urgent. So this quadrant is dangerous quadrant. So one should not so situate in this quadrant. Similarly, quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 means there are activities which are urgent but not important. So what we do is the unimportant activities, we feel they're important and we engage. For example, a movie is there, it is unimportant. We feel it is important, we engage. So this type of students. So that means the students who engage themselves or operate in 3 and 4 quadrants, so they never come up in life. Pretty much assured. Yeah. So one should not operate in 3rd and 4th quadrants. Let us see what is first and second quadrant. So important and urgent. So you know very well, this is meant for short term goals. Short term goals. So why? Because the weekend examination, it is important and urgent. So naturally you have to always work in the first quadrant. Second quadrant is, for example, NEET or IIT JEE. It is important only but not urgent because it is long term. So this is a long term activity. So this is what is the priority management. That means activities are well managed here. So always the student should operate in 2 quadrants. What are the 2 quadrants? What are the 2 quadrants? Number 1 is first quadrant, that is it implies short term goals. The other one is second quadrant. So you are expected to operate in only first and second quadrants but not in 3rd and 4th quadrants. I hope you understood. So when you prioritize your activities, and always the short term and long term only, so mostly 99% time you have to spend in this. Yeah, that means now you introspect yourself, have a self reflection, you see how you are conducting your life. Yeah, so which quadrants you are operating, try to understand and try to reform yourself. I hope you are clear. Let us move on to the next slide. Yeah, cognitive domain. What is it? Students, mind you, in competitive domain there are 4 competitive examinations. One is not competitive examination, they are very tough. One is IAS, second is CAT, third is IIT, and 4th is CA examination. Yeah, these are pretty tough. So this cognitive faculty is very, very important. So what is this cognitive faculty? Cognitive faculty means you need to have an analytical approach. When you are studying anything, you have to comprehend the subject. You have to be more analytical. You have to interpret it. You have to slice it. You have to basically examine. You have to study scrutinizingly. That is very, very important. But mindlessly if you study, for your mother's sake or father's sake or teacher's sake, if you just try to grab something, it is waste. So whenever you listen, If something falls on your receptacles naturally and falls in your heart, you have to comprehend the subject. Try to understand, students. So a comprehensive outlook, a comprehending outlook, a interpretive outlook, that faculty should be honed. So very, very important. That particular skill should be honed. So next. So what is this cognitive domain? So what are the basic elements of this cognitive domain? That is paying attention. See, students, in the schooling system, you have only half day classes up to 2 o'clock, like that. That means you physically, that's what I'm saying. Physical development means what? I already in the beginning I conveyed. Holistic development means physical wellness also. That means you can't sit for long time. You can't concentrate for long time. You can't study for long time. Try to understand. That is all is about pay attention. So remembering, so memorizing, analyzing, judging, reasoning, so decision making, critical thinking. So this all comes under cognitive domain. The well-being of the cognitive skills define your success. Try to understand, students. So you have to enhance these skills. You have to function basically so on these cognitive skills. Yeah. Next thing, pretty important, students. Are you rational or emotional? What does it mean? If somebody talks something, for example, somebody criticizes you, immediately so you attack like animal. Animal is always emotional. It is not rational. Am I right? But a human is rational. You'll be thinking, why my father has chastised me? What is wrong with me? I should not repeat it. I should rectify it. Yeah. Are you be rational? What makes me wrong? Why I am deviating from the ideas defined by my peers, my father, mother, and teachers? Why? That is what is about the rational thinking. Yeah. Try to understand. So most of the times you get emotionally hijacked. Yeah. You don't reason out. You are not rational. Unfortunately. Yeah. So think, students. My knowledge goes 90% people, they are emotional. They are not rational. The people who are rational, so they are always successful people. They are always great people. They are very analytical. They are very matured. Maturity is in terms of rationality. Yeah. Now, emotional intelligence. What is this emotional intelligence all about? See, with your, you have to understand that is what is the self-awareness is all about. Self-regulation. You have any regulation in your sleeping habits, in your food habits, in your study habits, learning habits? Yeah. Do you have anything? This is what you have to develop: self-awareness, self-regulation, social skills. So how to basically offer hospitality if somebody comes to your house? You have to offer a seat and give a glass of water and ask their well-being, greeting. This is what is social skills is all about. So how to communicate with the different age group people? How effectively should communicate? What is the choice of language and words? Social skills. Try to understand, students. And similarly, the balance of this reasonable mind or rational mind and emotional mind, that makes you wise at head. So always you should be wise at head and warm at heart. So always you should be a student should be cool, calm, and composed. C cube: cool, calm, and composed. Yeah. Now, I hope you understood. So when you have a rational thinking, then you are self-control, because you know how to exhibit your emotions. Always you don't use your brahmastras all the time. You know how to balance and how to withdraw and how to basically what type of qualities you have to exhibit at what situation you should know. Yeah. Very, very important. Yeah. So every situation demands certain qualities, and you have to exhibit those qualities. You have to present those qualities. Very, very important. So if you are rational, if you are irrational, always, I told you already, so like an animal, always, so it opens its jaws and attacks. And well, already I talked about this failure. Students, mind you, you are bound to fail. You take it for granted. In this planet, there is no one who never fails. Okay. When you fail, naturally, you can strengthen your muscles, intellectual muscles. That's the key. Provided if you operate with a rectification protocol, that means if you rectify yourself, okay, very, very important. So, and you have to forgive yourself first of all. Whenever you fail in certain activity, naturally you are abusing yourself. I am waste and I am nothing, and yeah, I don't deserve anything. Yeah, try to understand, students. That's not good, because you are steeped in ignorance. You are steeped in ignorance. Try to understand different layers of ignorance. Yeah, so that you have to give it up. You should not get into the perversion domain, a disruptive domain. You should think, basically, you should forgive yourself and move forward. That's pretty important. And I told you already, you are bound to worry. Don't worry about the failure and all. Don't worry. But next step, discard the past, throw it in the bay. Yeah, very, very important. So I conveyed here, no one is perfect and humans are fallible. So I hope you understood. Forgive yourself and move forward. So never be, see, while you are formulating any plans, I observe sometimes my friend joined somewhere, I also joined there. Unfortunate. See, you cannot share ignorance. You should share intelligence. Okay. So always you should work with the mentors, resource people in the field, and take decisions. Any critical decisions are considered. Very, very important. So, but blind, following the blind, it's not good, basically. Yeah. And also comparing with, so having a short eyesight or a foresight and comparing with the neighbors and classmates, roommates. So these are also blind leading the blind. Yeah. I hope you all change your identity. Yeah. So that means now you have a specific identity. You are a child now. So okay. Now you have to grow to a state of an adult, a mature adult. Okay. I hope you understood. So, and you change your vision, you change your line of thinking, you correct your eyesight. Okay. And I hope you manage yourself properly. That is what is self-management is all about. So listen to this lecture, okay, and reflect on yourself. So how to manage yourself and make a positive displacement. So thanks for bearing. So good day. See you.